invite also to create the companies that are doing like a coffee meeting, 10 open meeting, opening the Zoom for people to connect, only to drink coffee and speak, the physical spaces that we had to do it online. So to find these places, to create these places, to connect as human beings, not functionally, as understanding how we're going through this day. And as you said, it's really important. So, and yes, there's a new definition, things that going on right there. It's a compassion fatigue, because people also, mainly the people who are handling people need to be really attuned to the employees, to the staff, and it's tiring. It's harder because you need to invest much more of yourself in the day-to-day. And this is why I think also pausing during the day and having this 5 minutes, breathing, taking the inside, letting go of your thoughts, taking some relaxing time can fuel you and come more attuned to the next meeting. And then you can see this employee that sits on the side and really struggling, and you can catch his eyes and talk to him. It will create you be more open. When we practice more mindfulness in part of it, meditation in the day-to-day, we actually increase our ability to have a beginner's mind. Beginner's mind is the ability to come fresh to a situation and see new things differently and be open-minded. So it's really require us to be more open-minded nowadays and open-hearted, right? To see if someone's struggling, if someone having tough times nowadays, how can to be there for him. And it requires a lot of energy versus in the past that, okay, it was a natural, right? As you said, in the meeting, our formal meeting, that we met each other and we talk at these small talks and let it go.
Yeah. Do you think it's related to tradition and cultures within societies, or some of the cultures are much more closed and some of them are much more open? We come from an Israeli culture, everything is open, everybody tells you everything, and if they wouldn't tell you, you would know it from someone who knows them, so it wouldn't work differently, right? But what would be like in a different, I'm just imagining a situation in Europe, they are much more closed and closed, not closed. And they don't share their ideas and surely not their feelings.
Yeah, so it's leading. First of all, I agree with you. It's also in Asia. They don't speak. We are in Israel. We know what is it to be honest and frank. Sometimes too much, right? To say what we feel and think. So we need to create and educate this new culture. So it's leading by example, and this is why we need only one leader to change the culture, to change the patterns. So if I'm a leader or manager and starting a meeting now in Europe or in Asia that people don't speak, I need to be able to there, and we need courage to do it, to show up fully and say, I'm going through a tough, challenging time right now, so I'm sorry if I can't be fully here. I have a struggle at home that it's not fixed right now, and this is my situation right now. Okay, so it starts to begin with the managers, and once a leader will do it, his employee will feel comfortable doing it too. So it's something we need to start by leading. I had one senior manager that went through my course, and beyond the coronavirus that we all had the challenging time, she also got a divorce, a really tough divorce. And during the course, we talked about vulnerability and showing up as leaders fully. And after the course, she decided they didn't know anything about the divorce and what she went through this year. And after the course, she decided to share with them and open up and tell them what she went through during this process. And she came back to me and she told me, wow, it was amazing. I said, what? She said, the minute that I shared what I went through, first of all, they were really empathic toward me, my employees. And beyond that, it gave legitimization for them to show up fully. And she said, one of my employees told me that they really feel lonely. And people dare to show up and bring their feelings. And they did not need to close it, only listening to each other and being there. So it's created a deeper connection. And from this place, you can do anything. So, but you see, we need one person to change, right? The process, the pattern, to dare to show up. And once you do it, people really, it's inspiring.
Yeah, I would just imagine some people listening, they might be like a team manager or a leader of a company listening to the podcast and saying, wow, that's my nightmare, that my employees would come and tell me their emotions, right? How will I handle that? Like, and would that make them like, that's my excuse to working less because I'm depressed right now.